So I was in the North Queensland Clinical School, which I believe doesn't exist for UQ anymore. I think it's part of James Cook University now. So I was based in Townsville and Cairns and up on the Tablelands for all of third year and fourth year. And so I was exposed to rural and remote practice. I went that way because I thought that's what I wanted to do, and so that confirmed for me that that's what I was interested in. So I have the career that I have today, and I do what I do because of being in the clinical school. Not alumni as such, but my mum actually worked in the Centre for Rural and Remote Health, was based in Mount Isa. So yeah, but I don't have any other family as alumni. So my first position as an intern was in Townsville Hospital, which was, I think that was a really, I'm happy that I made that decision to stay. So I knew the hospital, and so having been in the North Queensland Clinical School, having spent a good half of third and fourth year actually in that hospital, I knew my way around and knew the people there. I didn't actually stay in North Queensland. My second job, so RMO2, I actually went to Tasmania, which was an accident because I meant to stay in North Queensland, but I ticked the wrong box on my GP training form, which is a bit embarrassing, but yeah. And so I didn't go back to North Queensland, but I returned to the Northern Territory, which is actually where I was from. But yeah, similar sort of rural and remote locations. And so, that's what I learned how to do while I was at UQ. Probably my lifelong best friends were people that I went to medical school with. Those are very important relationships, and, people have ended up all over the world. So, your medical degree takes you anywhere you want to go. So it's affected my, it's given me ability to travel, to visit people. And interestingly, relationships that weren't necessarily formed at medical school, but I've met people along the way. When you take up a rural and remote career, you hang out with lots of other people who do that. You see each other regularly. So I've now got professional relationships with people that I went, who I knew from university, who are always also quite a good influence on my career and what I do. I'm proud of what I do. I work out in a place where lots of other people don't want to go. I've worked in really, really, really remote Aboriginal communities, which again are places that people don't want to go to. So I was working in that environment during the NT intervention, which was quite a challenging time, but I feel like I helped make a difference to people in those circumstances. And I'm currently a GP in a mining town, and we've recently been through a curtailment of our refinery. And so I think the way that myself and my practice partner managed that situation, looking after people who'd lost their jobs, lost their homes, having to move away, find new jobs, which was very stressful, but we made it through, and I think we made a difference to people's lives. So I actually started medical school thinking that I would become a rural or remote GP. I'm actually a third generation rural GP. So my grandfather was a GP in New Zealand. My parents worked in Nhulunbuy, where I'm currently practicing. I had good role modelling. And as I said, I think I got excellent opportunities from the University of Queensland, and lots of encouragement to pursue that career, which I think, that also makes a difference, gives you a bit of confidence that, the decision that you think you're making is a good one. So the first one is do it. Because I think if you, when you go out to places, you go to small communities, you get to, the relationships that you form are very meaningful. You feel like you're making a difference in people's lives, and that's, personally very, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like what you do is worthwhile. So taking every opportunity available to go out and experience things, to take up the opportunities from the Rural Clinical School to get out as much as you possibly can, and then when you're out in communities to take as many opportunities that are made available to you. You're very privileged, and you get opportunities that you wouldn't, that you might not get if you were doing a similar job elsewhere. So, some of it is really silly. I met a guy who, when I was doing my elective out in the Outer Hebrides of Scotland, he was a rural GP. They had a, professional fireworks, and they didn't have a professional pyrotechnic person. So this guy got the opportunity to be in charge of lighting, huge professional fireworks because he was the GP. I get to oversee a rugby tournament, huge big international rugby tournament, because I'm a rural GP, because I've got a skill set that, other GPs might not have, and the emergency physicians are all too busy. So it opens up doors that you wouldn't even, think of trying to knock on.